Ever since it became a thing, the specialty coffee world has had a sort of strange relationship with butter coffee, aka bulletproof coffee, or keto coffee is also sometimes called. Maybe we didn't directly scoff at it, but we certainly didn't embrace it. It was probably seen as something reserved for people doing either CrossFit or on some kind of crazy fat diet. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things: how to make butter coffee that actually tastes amazing and doesn't compromise on your specialty coffee beans, a streamlined method that takes just 45 seconds, doesn't require a blender, and won't make a greasy mess, and 3, why this reimagined version might just win over even the most skeptical home baristas. Now, I know what you're thinking: butter in coffee, isn't that just some weird fad from 7 to 8 years ago? And you're right to be skeptical, I was too. But stick with me, because this isn't just your average bulletproof coffee. But first, let me tell you a bit about my background with butter coffee and how it has helped me actually on many different levels. So, of course, this channel is not a health channel, so take whatever I say about this with a grain of salt. But there was a time in my life, about 10 years ago, where I realized, hey, it seems like every year my wardrobe feels a bit more tight everywhere. And back then, I did actually have a serious pizza eating habit. I also had a serious craft beer habit. And you know that Danish thing called hygge? Well, that's actually just a good excuse for sitting inside under a blanket and eating loads and loads of candy. So I decided I had to do something about it. And that's when I heard about this thing called butter coffee or bulletproof coffee, which is essentially that you blend some coffee with unsalted butter, and then it kind of helps you with this low-fat, high-carb lifestyle combined with fasting. So instead of eating breakfast, you just drink this coffee and then it can keep you going for a long time. So actually, it's all these trendy weight loss things rolled into one. This idea sounded so crazy to me that I was kind of curious at the same time. The first time I tried it, it was kind of disgusting. But then after a few times, I realized, hey, this actually seems to have some benefits. So I drink a coffee of this in the morning, and then I would pretty much skip breakfast and go until 1, 2, or even 3 p.m. without eating anything. But another thing I noticed at the same time was that I'd also be super productive and have a laser focus during these early morning hours in a way that I wouldn't have if I was just eating regular breakfast. So I would actually really like the way that this coffee made me feel. It somehow feels like you get caffeine injected straight into your brain. So it really gives you this laser focus. I think there's actually some science behind this with ketones and blood sugar, but all that is above my pay grade. Anyway, fast forward 6-7 months and I had lost all the weight I wanted to. And I know what you're thinking now, but no, there will be no before and after photos. But between you and me, it was around 10 kilos, so yeah, it definitely worked. And at that point, I actually found it pretty easy to transition from the butter coffee to not eating breakfast at all and go into a more regular intermittent fasting. I'm not saying that this approach is for everybody, but it works very well for me not to eat breakfast. As you know, this channel is all about black coffee. I prefer black coffee over coffee with milk, but even though I haven't been drinking butter coffee on a daily basis for a long time, I would still once in a while get a cup just because I like the effect. It can be if I don't have enough time to eat breakfast and lunch or really have to focus on getting some work done. But there was one big problem. If you remember the old school kind of butter coffee, it involved getting out a big blender and then mixing up coffee, butter, and a special kind of oil called MCT oil. Well, my renewed interest in butter coffee came after I realized that there was a much smarter way to do it that I think will appeal to most people watching this channel. I call this version Butter Coffee 2.0. It's just a lot easier to make and it seriously tastes pretty good. But before I show you the recipe and technique, I want to tell you about Surfshark VPN, who's the sponsor of this video. I'm actually really excited about this partnership because I've been using Surfshark for the past couple of years and it's been incredibly helpful, especially the summer where I've been traveling to a lot of different countries. With big events like the Euros and the Olympics happening, geo-restricted content can be a real headache. But with a VPN, particularly Surfshark, navigating these restrictions becomes a lot more straightforward. Just the other day when my buddy Victor Axelsen took Olympic gold in badminton, this VPN saved my life so I could actually watch the match online. I've tried a few different VPNs over the year, but what I really like about Surfshark is how simple and easy the interface is. and how easy it is to use. If you're a regular person, it's just very straightforward. Besides bypassing geo-restricted content, Surfshark is also a lifesaver when working in new environments. It keeps hackers and cybercriminals at bay and will make sure that your online activities stay private and secure. With servers in 100 countries, Surfshark allows you to access content from more or less anywhere. Plus, you can use it on unlimited devices in your household, even if you only have one account. There's absolutely no risk in trying Surfshark thanks to their 30-day money-back guarantee. To top it off, if you use the coupon code Chronicler, you'll get an extra 4 months free at surfshark.com. So secure your privacy with Surfshark, enter coupon code Chronicler for 4 months extra at surfshark.com/chronicler. Now let's get back to the recipe. So the revolutionary thing about Butter Coffee 2.0 is that we're going to use an espresso machine for the whole thing, but not only for brewing the coffee, but also for mixing in the butter. I'll show you how. So I'll brew a double shot at 16 grams of coffee, and then to make it easy, I'll use the same amount of butter. So 16 grams of coffee beans and 60 grams of butter. Pretty easy to remember. I like to pull a double shot of espresso at a 1 to 2.5 ratio, and then I'll dilute it with around the same amount of water. So 60 grams in, 40 grams out, and add an additional 40 grams of water. The exact precision is not so important here. You can pull a longer shot and add less water, or a shorter shot and add more water. It's really up to what you like. Now, here comes the fun part. I'll add the espresso and water to my steaming pitcher, and then I got a knob of butter here as well, and a little bit of that extra MCT oil that the original recipe calls for. And now I'm going to steam it with my espresso steam wand. Here, your goal is to just add a lot of air and get a bit of a vortex going. But compared to regular milk steaming, this is just very easy. You just want to get enough heat in to melt the butter, and then to really get it mixed in with the rest of the stuff here. Now it's going to be super hot and steamy and frothy, and let's just pour it up so we can see how it looks. And now let's try and taste it. Just super creamy, super strong, and the coffee really cuts through the creaminess of the butter here. Compared to the original recipe, this is just a lot more concentrated because we're brewing it with an espresso shot compared to thinner regular coffee. So the balance here is just really intense, and I know that this little cup here can keep me going for at least until lunch, and probably also a couple of hours after lunch. So overall, I'm very happy with the result. Cleaning with this method is almost the best part. It's super easy. Let me just show you how I do it. So I've just added some cold water here and 1 drop of detergent, and then we're just going to steam that. And then I'll just dip it into some water again, just to get rid of any soap residue. And there you have it. Cleaning this is just way easier than cleaning a big bulky blender that's covered in grease. This doesn't really take any time at all. I think if we're okay as a coffee community to add cow milk and heavily processed oats and soybeans to our coffee, then adding butter and oil is pretty trivial. There's already canola oil in oat milk, and there's already milk fat in regular whole milk. This is just a little bit more concentrated, and in my opinion, it can actually add something to your morning routine and even be a bit of a life hack. If you do give it a try, I suggest starting out slowly, maybe with a half portion size, and then gradually over a few days build up your tolerance. Also, get unsalted butter, preferably a nice organic grass-fed one, where the cows can get outside and move around. The type of coffee beans, I'd say anything from medium roast to dark will taste good, but probably don't use the light ones. If you have tried butter coffee before and made it part of your lifestyle, then it would be great to hear about your experiences in the comment section down below. For me, it's been kind of a guilty coffee pleasure for years. Of course, you need an espresso machine to pull this off, and the market for those is kind of big and complicated. But if you want to see a review of one of my favorite espresso makers for beginners, this one here, then I'll put a video link right here, and then you can just click it, and then I'll see you over there.